When we first moved into our home several years ago, I decided that I would plant a vegetable garden because at the time there were a lot of bare shelves at the grocery store. It ended up costing me a lot more money and I spent a lot more time on it than I thought I would, but that's okay. So I used a couple spare boards as the edging to the garden. Here I am drilling them together, and then I added a wooden garden stake at the ends of it. Here is a pallet that was part of a Home Depot delivery of rocks or something, or dirt, and so I just took that apart and used it as part of the vegetable garden fencing. When we moved in, we had a mound of dirt in the corner of the backyard, so I used that to add to the top of the soil. I already rototilled the spot where I had set the garden. So these are my packets of seeds that I bought from Home Depot. I'm gonna start planting them. So I'm supposed to start them indoors about 8 weeks before planting outdoors. It's outdoors, 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 outdoors. Outdoors. This is basil. Lavender. I think I might be a little late actually starting these. Pepper, indoors. Carrots. And then my green beans. So we've got these to start on. So here I added a spare baby gate that we had for the dogs to the garden so that the dogs could not get in and munch on the plants. And then to set it up, I kind of had to jimmy some stuff. I put a long wooden garden stake, zip tied it to our chain link fence, and then I got a hinge and drilled it in. And here I am putting in a garden stake upside down. Yes, I did fix this eventually. Rookie mistake. So we had set up bamboo fencing for privacy when we first got there because our dog liked to bark at the neighbors' kids that were behind there. Anyway, this metal fencing is one that I bought and I still have leftovers of, so I just put this up to keep the dogs out. And then I just stapled the bottom portions of the metal fencing to the wooden edging to keep it in place. So I just finished putting up the fencing. There's one little gap in the fence, and Ash found it, made his way through. Ash, get out. Ash, come here. Come on. So I had issues with squirrels and birds getting into the garden. So a few months later, I decided to put some PVC piping and netting over the top, just like how my dad has his garden. So here I am painting some of the PVC pipe connectors. I bought these at Home Depot. There is a video of me painting the PVC pipes, but I don't know what happened to it. So I made a rectangle gate out of PVC pipes and then some green netting that I bought from Amazon. And I zip tied it to secure it to the fencing, and then I took sewing thread, as you can see here, and then later some rope to secure it. Unfortunately, the beagle busted through this netting almost immediately, so I eventually replaced it with this green plastic netting stuff. It's kind of like the stuff they use at construction sites, except for instead of it being orange, it's green. So I was redoing the garden several months later. I kind of had to zip tie the PVC pipes to the garden stakes, and then I draped the netting over the PVC pipes and then zip tied them and later secured them with some green rope and string. Got my little peppers here. And these are more peppers. Nope. Stop. Nope. This is not food. And this one is lavender, and then the other one is Snapdragon again. Started a couple of little trays. Got my little pots here. Gonna start planting some seeds for spring in 8 weeks. That was really bad. The garden produced quite a bit of zucchinis and tomatoes, which I harvested, and I learned to not let the zucchinis grow so large so they wouldn't have so many seeds. Pumpkin plant, and how big the little pumpkins are. There's 2 of them so far. Okay, so unfortunately, a year and a half ago, I had to take down the garden because we had to have a fence put in place because of this one. She kept jumping over the chain link fence. So we had a fence installed, and I was on a work trip to Vietnam at the time. So I took it down right before, and then my dogs went in and ate all the rest of the plants. So this is kind of what's left of it. I have put other like leftover pieces of the fencing and everything and the netting underneath the porch. And I'm going to redo the garden this spring, but it's going to be, what is this? No. Oh, this is a piece to the cart. Definitely need that. So I'm going to expand the garden. So this was the line right here of how big it was before. And I'm going to expand it so it's going to be 3 times as big. And I'm going to transplant these 2 trees. If they die, oh well. It'll be coming out to here, and then I'm going to have a little path inside of it. It's going to be the same concept with the netting and everything. And a friend's going to help us, but I'm going to rent a rototiller from Home Depot and just rototill this up because it's just too much to do by hand, obviously. And we have since gotten a 3rd dog. This is our rescue beagle, Daphne. I'll link a video here, but she is gonna be 3 here in a couple months. She used to hunt rabbits, and I bought her, oh, there's some poison ivy that we need to get rid of. I bought her off a hunter that I went rabbit hunting with, actually off of his friend, but I bought her last year. And she's been with us a year in a couple months, but I rescued her a year ago. She went to a different home. It's a long story, and then they gave her back, so they couldn't keep her. She's a good little girl. She's been killing some mice for me, so that's good.